Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to today's Laugh Fest. Every time she gets emotional, her body starts acting up on its own, and the squirt becomes really dangerous. To keep her from flying away like a kite, Lime Mason ties her to herself constantly. Even grown up, she had to stuff weights in her backpack and tie her legs to prevent floating away. After seeing the flash video, she realized it wasn't a coincidence. She must find Yunaming at school. Chiyilampu was uneasy and had to uncover the truth at the school for her daughter's safety. As Lime Mason suspected, it was NSA plan to cultivate next-gen arts talents. They were striving to find young talents, and then send them to this school. The children of retired agents were prime targets. It was highly secretive. When the NSA found a certain superpowered video spreading in North Korea and tried to delete it, it was already with the North Korean military. North Korea suffered a heavy blow from a South Korean agent, with their tight defenses proving ineffective. If not for that agent's mercy, they'd be dead, but it deeply humiliated the military. After that, North Korea created their own super operatives, successfully capturing non-human Kim Jong-un. Once bitten, you become twice shy, cautious forever. After getting bit by the snake, North Korea has been on high alert for decades, keeping a close eye on the activities of talent in South Korea. Seeing school super-powered videos, the North Korean military realized South Korea was cultivating next-gen talents. To avoid repeating history, they had to nip it in the bud. That night, alert Lime Mason arrived at the school office, hoping to find clues from the homeroom teacher. At the same time, Jeolong Lake arrived at the school, unaware that the North Korean super team was also there. Not only that, but the chubby Jin Fengxi and the petite Chang Six-Yu were being stealthily stalked by a big guy with a scar on his face. And even weirder, when the bus took a sharp turn, this scar-faced man actually floated off the ground. The Flash, the senior and Charles the bookstore owner's son, sensed trouble upon seeing the bizarre scene due to his own powers. Not wanting to alert anyone, he kept quiet. With no choice, he gritted teeth, removed gloves charged with lightning, and floored the gas. The bus shot up to 120 mph in an instant, zooming like a flash of lightning right into the police station. Just as the police came out to assess the situation, the scar-faced man vanished into thin air. The Flash. Meanwhile, Lime Mason noticed something odd about the ceiling while prying information out of the homeroom teacher. Upon closer inspection, she discovered it was a hidden camera. Meanwhile, the terrified vice principal was on the other end. Lime Mason realized she had found the key. The monitored homeroom teacher suggests shady work, and his monitors a darker force behind. This familiar recipe, this familiar flavor, it was undoubtedly the National Security Agency at play here. Just as she was about to confront them, Chiyilampu barged in, leaving both of them frozen. Even though they hadn't seen each other in over a decade, they recognized one another in an instant. Seeing Lime Mason staring at her in silence, Chiyilampu immediately sensed something was off. Clearly, there was danger alert, so she calmly greeted the teacher as Lime Mason dialed her spare and tossed it into a trash can. She needed more intel. After bidding farewell, Lime Mason made her way to the principal's office. Inside, there was only a janitor, wiping a frame with a blank expression, but the reflection from the bookshelf betrayed him. The vice principal was covered in blood, slumped under the desk, and upon seeing the scene, Lime Mason quietly closed. Then she turned off the lights, utilizing her power of invisibility, thus gaining an advantage in the dark. At that moment of darkness, the janitor instantly realized he was exposed. He lunged at her with a knife. After a scuffle, Lime Mason heard noises outside and retreated while fighting. After knocking down the janitor with a vase, she leaped out the window. But he didn't go far. Instead, he smartly hid next door and overheard the conversation, realizing they were North Korean agents. Shocked, they mentioned Kim Doo-jae. For her son's safety, she decided to fully monitor. After throwing a snowball to obscure all the surveillance, she intentionally made the mistake, allowing the janitor to see her enter the power room. Then the entire school plunged into darkness, and an angry janitor charged into the power room. As he angrily flipped the power switch, Lime Mason calmly walked out of the shadows. The janitor, ecstatic, drew his knife to vent his anger. But just when he thought he was in the clear, a gunshot ended his tragic, angry life. Meanwhile, Chiyilampu faced trouble. A burly man grabbed his head, spinning him while unattended. Next, the muscular man delivered a punch that made a visible dent in Jeolong's cheek. Following that, another powerful punch sent Jeolong soaring through the air while he expelled a mouthful of blood. In an instant, he was out cold. This kind of chaos was blooming all over the school. One agent located the class monitor, Xiao Lai, in the dark and confirmed he was the student from the video. Activated rage mode, though strong, Xiao Lai, still a kid, couldn't fight back against the adult agent. Wow, this is crazy. Like and subscribe if you enjoy it.